Hello class, you're welcome to Wanies Academy. In our master's class today, we're looking at the topic algebraic equations with two operations and one subject. The aim of this lesson is for you to understand steps in solving algebraic equation, and the objective of this lesson is that at the end of this lesson, you'll be able to know how to solve algebraic equations with two operations and one subject. Let's now look at how to solve algebraic equation with two operations and one subject. These equations involve a variable multiplied by a coefficient and a constant added or subtracted from that term. Like if we have ax plus b equals to c. To solve it, you first perform the inverse of the addition or subtraction, then the inverse of the multiplication or division to isolate the variable. Let's now look at 4 examples in this topic. In our first example here, we are asked to solve the following equations. We have 3p plus 3 equals to 18. The first thing that I want to do here is to subtract 3 from both sides. Subtracting 3 from both sides, we're going to have this to be 3p plus 3 minus 3, which is the inverse operation that we have there on the right hand side of the equation, then equals to 18 minus 3. So this 3 minus 3 doesn't give us 0. So we're going to have this now to be 3p equals to 18 minus 3. We're going to have this to be 15. The next thing I want to do here is to divide 3 from both sides of the equation. So we're going to have this to be 3p divided by 3. Also, this equals to 15 divided by 3. Because we have it to be 3 divided by 3, that's going to give us 1. Then 3 divided by 3, we have it to be 1. Then 15 divided by 3 here, we're going to have this to be 5. We're going to have our p now to be equals to 5. That's for the first example. Let's go to the second example. Example 2. Here we have to solve the equation. We have 2x plus 3 equals to 15. The inverse of plus that we have there on the left hand side of the equation is subtraction. Then what we want to do here is to subtract 3 from both sides of the equation. So we're going to have this now to be 2x plus 3 minus 3 also equals to 15 minus 3. Because 3 minus 3 doesn't give us 0. So we're going to have this now to be 2x equals to 15 minus 3. We're going to have this to be 12. And the next thing now I want to do is to divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 2. So we're going to have this now to be equals to, that's 2x, divide by 2, then equals to 12. We're going to also divide this by 2. So of course we have 12, 2 divided by 2, we're going to have this to be 1. 2 divided by 2, we have 1. Then 12 divided by 2, we're going to have this to be 6. So we're going to have the value or solution for x equals to 6. Let's go to the next example. Question 3. Here we have x plus 4 over 2 equals to 5. The first thing I want to do here is first of all to clear off the fraction. So we have to multiply both sides of the equation by 2. With that, it will cancel off the fraction that we have there on the left hand side of the equation. So multiplying both sides by 2, we're going to have this to be 2 multiplied by x plus 4 over 2. Also, we have here to be 5 multiplied by 2. Since we are multiplying both sides by 2, because 2 divided by 2 here, we're going to have it to be 1. So we're going to have the left hand side of the equation to be x plus 4 equals to 5 multiplied by 2. We're going to have this to be 10. So the next thing I want to do here now is to subtract 4 from both sides. Subtracting 4 from both sides, we're going to have this to be x to be equals to, we have 10 minus 4, because the plus 4 would have been cancelled out by the time that we take 4 away from it. So we can now have the value of our x now to be equals to 10 minus 4. We're going to have this to be 6. On to the last example. Question 4. Here we have the equation 3 equals to 10, 14 minus x over 4. The first thing I want to do here is to clear off the fraction that we have on the right hand side of the equation. And how we're going to clear off the fraction? We want to multiply both sides of the equation by 4, which is the denominator of what we have there in the fraction on the right hand side. So multiplying both sides by 4, we're going to have this will be 3 multiplied by 4. And this will be equals to 14 minus x over 4. Then multiply by 4. Of course, we have 4. We'll take off 4 here. So we're going to have this to be 3 times 4. That's going to give us 12. Equals to 14 minus x. We want to make x to be alone on one side of the equation. So we can subtract 14 from both sides. Subtract 14 from both sides, we're going to have this to be 12 minus 14. Then this will be equals to minus x, because 14 minus 14 we have taken off 14 away from the right hand side of the equation. So 12 minus 14, we're going to have this to be minus 2. And this will be equals to minus x. Of course, minus is common, or can just multiply the side by minus 1 to take off the negative sign there. So we can now have the value of our x now to be equals to 2. So that will be all in this class. And if you haven't subscribed, do well to subscribe now. Thank you and see you in the next class. Bye for now.